absolute favourite crocodile. Now, 260 million years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth. And you're about to meet one of these living fossils, a link to those creatures of the past.
There are 27 species of crocodilian found all around the world, from alligators to gorillas, caimans to the true crocs. But here to tell you all about it is Toby. Please imagine you're welcome to the Australian Zoo Croc Team.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, how's everyone going? Is everyone having a good day? Awesome, 10 people are having a good day. That was really terrible. You guys can do better than that. Is everyone having a good day? It's about to get even better because you've got the best part of the whole show. We've got Jimmy here helping us feed Charlie today. So what we're going to do with Charlie's help is hopefully all of you guys are going to leave the zoo today with a bit more understanding and appreciation for just how amazing crocodiles are. They are, without a doubt, in our opinion, the most amazing animal on the face of the earth. And that is what we're going to show you today. We're going to show you the do's and don'ts from crocodile territory, which is what we're going to use young Jimmy here for. We're going to get Jimmy to go into the water. And Jimmy's really expendable. So we're going to get Jimmy to go into the water. Males like Charlie are really, really territorial. You can see as soon as he realised that Jimmy was in the water, he came straight over. So everything you see us here to do today, I guess, is what not to do. Making sure that you follow some simple rules when you're in crocodile territory. See if we can get Charlie out so you can have a look at him. Out of all of the crocs that we have here at the zoo, Charlie is the most dangerous one that we have. He has a mind of his own and does his own thing. Half the time on this first tick he tries to bypass. You go back in the water again.
Thanks heaps, folks.
He came over when you did that, so.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't spin him again. And I don't know if you guys have noticed when I walk down here, I'm vertically challenged, so getting further into the water isn't really my idea of fun. I didn't bring my floaties. Come on, Charlie, come over here.
We actually probably need to do a bit of a disclaimer here. Jimmy just said he's vertically challenged. He does actually work here, it's not bringing this up to work day.
Brutal. Oh, mate. Now, Charlie does whatever Charlie wants, you know, like, it doesn't matter how many times we do this demo, he decides what happens. And some days he'll come tearing out right here in this first spot, and other times he does this. He heads back down to this way. He wants to cut us off. These animals are so smart, they can learn and remember patterns and behaviours of animals in the wild, but they remember us and what we do as keepers as well. So he's cruising down the creek to head towards that tail walk ramp, which is his favourite spot. Toby, do you reckon I should get back in and try and spin him, hit him on the creek?
Definitely.
Yeah, sweet. So they will watch animals come down for a drink, and as that animal starts to do the same thing time in and time out, that's what they really start to notice. Kangaroo comes down, has a little sip of water, and then bails because it knows that there's crocodiles there. But as each day passes, those animals start to get a little bit more complacent, and that's what he's waiting for. He's such a patient animal, he doesn't have to eat every day, every week, or even every month. In Charlie's condition, he can go 6 months easy without something to eat. So he sits and he waits, and he watches for those patterns. And like I said, if he can remember the patterns of animals in the wild, he can remember ours as well. And he will often try and cut us off. When we walk down this way here, he'll set himself up, hoping that we will get too close. And check him out, not a ripple, not a bubble, relying on stealth. All those lumps and bumps on his back create a current and a counter current, cancelling each other out. So if this was deep, dark, murky water, you'd have absolutely no idea this animal was approaching you. Let's see if we can sneak around him and get him something to eat. He picks up on the vibrations of my feet, and they can pick up on vibrations of animals as small as a bandicoot coming down to the water's edge. Come on, Charlie. Oh man. It is so much easier when they just try to come out and kill you than when they do this, because he's playing a great game called Come Closer. It's wicked, you only get to play it once though. And as he approaches, he only needs one flick of that tail to pretty much cover the distance that we're at now. You're a funny boy, aren't you? Come on. Oh man. I swear, if anyone's got a spare pair of undies after this, that'd be great. Come on, big fella. You can have that. Oh. Have it. No. Woo! Thank you. Nah, but it's made for Charlie, right? He's an absolute weapon. And now that he's out, so cool for you guys at the front there to see what he's all about. Now, that nervousness in my voice, 100% legit, because if he grabs me, I'm a goner. The jaw pressure of this animal is phenomenal. He's got over 3,000 pounds per square inch closing pressure, more than any other animal on the planet. Car crushes at the tip, they run off about 2,500 PSI. He's got more than that in his mouth. So you've seen a very slow and deliberate strike from the water's edge, but Toby's going to show us another spot where they can get themselves something to eat.
Thanks, mate. So I'll try and show you this tail walk. Now, as soon as he came out, all he wanted to do was come down here, because this is Charlie's favourite thing to do. He is the best tail walking crocodile we have here at the zoo. He just loves it. And now, this is something really important to remember when you travel into Northern Australia, because this is not a circus trick. This is a really natural behaviour. When Charlie hatched, he would have only been about 15 or so centimetres. Baby crocodiles are tiny, and pretty much everything eats them. Jabiroos eat them, barramundi eat them, sometimes even other crocodiles, snakes. So where they spend the majority of their life when they're little is right up against the riverbank, kind of sheltering themselves with those overhanging branches and reeds and stuff like that. So they'll use this tail walk when they're little. They'll eat insects and grasshoppers and pretty much anything that's overhanging the water. And then as they grow, they'll continue to use it. They'll grab animals mid-flight, birds that are flying over the water. They'll pluck flying foxes that are roosting in low-lying trees and branches. So like I say, it is really natural, and it's also something that you do have to remember. Quite often your big paperbark trees or your melaleucas will shoot a nice big branch straight out over the water, and people quite often think it's a good place to sit and go fishing. I'll see how high we can get Charlie here. Wow, isn't that just incredible? So you can see how high Charlie can get out of the water. Like I say, he is the best tail walking croc we've got. The other thing you would have heard then is that big popping noise, that slapping sound. Now that is just his jawbones. That's just his jawbones hitting each other with crazy amount of force. The saltwater crocodile has the strongest bite force of any animal alive. He would have over 3,000 pounds per square inch closing pressure in those jaws. So that's his main weapon for when he grabs prey. They've got large teeth, but they're not sharp, but they don't need to be sharp because they've got all that jaw pressure behind it. So like I say, it's something really important to remember when you travel into Northern Australia. And making sure you don't overhang the water.
Yeah, absolutely right. That sound just gets you every time, mate. Now we're going to try and get Charlie out one last time on the hard solid ground. See if we can't get a half decent strike from the water's edge. He definitely loves that tail walk. And once again, you would have no idea he was there, and especially if you went in for a fish or a dip. Come on, mate. Oh, he's winding that tail up, but he's coming out nice and slow. He's staring at the little chicken legs. Have it? Oh, nice work, mate. Yeah, you can give it up for him. He's an absolute weapon. Good boy, Charlie. And look at that. I'm so close to him right now. All he wants to do is go back to the water. That's where he knows he's really dangerous, where he's been unchanged for 60 million years to become the ultimate ambush attack predator. And it might sound like if you visit Northern Australia, we're up against it. There's something that's just so perfect at what they do. But if you follow a few simple rules when you go to Northern Australia, you'll be just fine. Guys, stay back from the water's edge. 4 to 5 metres will keep you out of his strike range and the biggest salties that have ever existed.